Welcome back to Litigation Help. My name is Heather Hui-Litwin, and in this video, we're going to talk about that disclaimer that comes up every so often that you see, and is the one that says, "I am not your lawyer." So you see this sometimes in law, well, actually not sometimes, you see this a lot of all the time in law firm websites, or even when you call a lawyer, sometimes, to have a quick interview with them to see whether you want to hire them. And if they give you an email, they usually have this big, disclaimer at the bottom. This email doesn't mean that I am your lawyer. So today, I'm really lucky to have family lawyer Helena Birt to explain to us what this disclaimer is all about. Welcome back, Helena.
Thank you. Okay, and for those right now at this point, this is probably going to be a lot more useful if you've actually watched the other video that we did called The Difference Between Legal Information and Legal Advice. So just a plug for you there, Heather, but this is a logical sequel to it. So
yes, that's right. So thanks, Helena, for including that that reminder. Helena, what is the significance of this disclaimer? Why is it there? What does it mean?
It means that the lawyer is telling you that I am just a person you've spoken to, and it's not even a one-night stand. We are just two strangers passing in the night that just said hello on the street. There's no other relationship beyond that, because there's a whole pile of baggage that comes along with saying, yes, I am your lawyer. So actually, even it's funny, like with this disclaimer, like even the way that you're putting it out there, saying, I am not your lawyer. It's all about tone. Because the way that I would read that disclaimer, being a lawyer, is it's almost like as a lawyer, I would be apologizing, saying, I'm not your lawyer. Remember that. I am able on my website to provide you with some legal information, but that's all I've done. You can't go out and rely on what I've told you and then say, but my lawyer told me that I could do this, because that will put you probably in major grief in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish if you've got a legal issue. And it could set the lawyer up for real problems as well, as if the person thinks, well, I thought that person was my lawyer. They didn't tell me they weren't actually my lawyer. They talked to me. They've got to be my lawyer. And the lawyer's saying, all I did was give legal information. I didn't provide legal advice. I did not tell you what you should do in your situation. I did not give you anything that was based on your particular fact situation. I just said the same thing to you that I would say to anybody else. That does not create a relationship between us. It does not mean I am going to be the father of your child. It's just it's just I'm a lawyer and you needed some legal information. I gave that to you, but that's the end of the relationship. If you want this to go further, if you want me to be your lawyer, then you're entering into a very special and protected relationship, which is here, and that's what we're going to end up talking about actually in this video, is what that solicitor-client relationship looks like. So basically what happens when you're providing legal information, websites and individuals will often go to great lengths to clarify that any of the information that's contained on the site is not to be construed as legal advice, nor does it create a solicitor-client relationship. If it's a lawyer's website and it's somebody saying, I'm in the middle of a lawsuit and I need to know what to do. It has to be very, very clear that it's information-only purposes. Okay, so from a legal standpoint, the giving of legal advice is tantamount to practicing law, and only a licensed lawyer can practice law. And they can only practice law for you if you have formed a solicitor-client relationship. And that's the only time when a lawyer will actually provide you with legal advice, is if you have retained them to be your lawyer. Because at that point, the lawyer is bound, they know what their responsibilities and their obligations are. And then it's very, very clear to the client, say, okay, now the clock is running, I am paying you, you're going to be telling me what I need to do the best that I can in the situation I find myself in. And I'm relying on you to do that job for me as a good, skilled, experienced lawyer. So that's really the difference between the two. Because of the obligations that arise from giving that legal advice, then the advice giver is also bound and has certain rights and responsibilities as a result of the information that's provided. But without a solicitor-client relationship, all hopefully the lawyer did was give you legal information. But if you want to take that step further, you're going to have to commit to a relationship, right? So people who either willingly or unknowingly give legal advice without the appropriate skill, judgment, or authority to do so are essentially engaging in the unauthorized practice of law. And anybody that does that is subject to court penalties, and they could be prosecuted by the Law Society of Ontario as well. So there is a massive amount of baggage that comes with the fact of saying, I am now giving you legal advice because we are in a solicitor-client relationship. So have I scared you enough of that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's really good. And it's really important for, because I know that some of the followers in this channel are lawyers starting out, or young lawyers. And I think this is so important for them to know that, the solicitor-client relationship, what that entails, what your obligations and so on.